Hello, this is Heath with Guardian Angel support for Amazing Charts. In this video, I'm going to show you how to open up a firewall port on your main computer so that other local computers in your office will be able to connect to the main database. Now, what we're using here is Windows 7. You can also do this with Windows XP or Vista. I will tell you that the screens look a little bit different as Windows 7 has a little more security to add. So let's go ahead and take a look at this now. Go down to your left-hand corner, click on your Start menu, and then you're going to bring up your control panel right here. In your control panel, it might look a little different depending on how you originally have it set. Originally, when you open up this control panel for the first time, it's probably going to look something like this. You can change that if you like, or you can go into each subheading, or you can just go over to category and then look at small icons, and it'll give you a nice alphabetized list for you. Down in the bottom right-hand corner of my window, it might be different in your window depending on the size, because as you can see, you change this and it's going to move around a little bit. But what we're looking for here is Windows Firewall. If you go ahead and click Windows Firewall, any setting you need to make, it can be adjusted right here. What we need to do, we're going to go ahead and leave our Windows Firewall on. That's perfectly fine. You can leave it on. It will protect your computer. However, for local Amazing Charts computers to connect to your main computer, you're going to need to open up a firewall port. Here's how we do this. In your left-hand menu, go ahead and click Advanced Settings. In this window that pops up, we're going to look at our rules. You have inbound rules and outbound rules. What we need to do is create a rule that will allow Amazing Charts computers to connect to this main computer. The way that's done is through a port number. So we'll go ahead and right-click on inbound rules and create a new rule. In this window that pops up here, it's a very simple menu that you got to get through. The first thing we're going to do is change it to port. And go ahead and click Next. We're going to do this for both TCP and UDP. So first leave TCP selected, and the port number is 61067. This is the port number that Amazing Charts communicates on for future reference. So it's TCP 61067. Click Next. We're going to allow this connection. And from here, you can pretty much next your way out. That's for domain, private, public. We're going to create this port for all. As far as what you name it, you can name it anything you like. It's strictly for your own reference. I'm going to name mine AC TCP, Amazing Charts TCP, and click Finish. Okay, that one's finished. So now we're going to go back up the same one in inbound rules. Once again, right-click, create a new rule. And it is still a port. This is always going to be a port exception. So go ahead and click Next. And now we're going to change this over to UDP. And the port number is still the same, 61067. Click Next. And we're also going to allow this connection for all three. And you can name this anything you like. And when finished, click Finish. Now you've created, you can see the rules that you just created right up here in the list in inbound rules. We're not done just yet. You also have to do the same for your outbound rules. So click on outbound rules, then right click and create a new rule. Once again, it's a port exception, 61067. We're going to allow this connection. Click Next for all three. And click Finish. And finally, right-click, new rule, port for UDP 61067. Once again, allow the connection, click Next, title it, and click Finish. At this point, you are finished. Your Amazing Charts will now be able to communicate with this computer through that port exception that you've created. Thanks for joining us. You have just watched Creating Firewall Port Exceptions for Amazing Charts on your main computer.